Hello and welcome to my channel. This video is the beginning of yet another free-to-play new account challenge for MCOC on YouTube. One of hundreds. But there's a twist. I call this run Rarity Locke. The rules are in the description, but we'll go over them here. Firstly, this account is free to play. I cannot use cash to help me. Secondly, a Rarity Locke means that I'm limited to using no greater than maxed out 3-star champions and their equivalents until I defeat Maestro in Act 4. What I define as a max 3-star equivalent includes rank 2 4-star champs as well as rank 1 5-star champions. Now, generally speaking, a rank 2 4-star or a rank 1 5-star, their attack is going to be, and health is going to be a little bit higher than the 3 stars that they're supposedly equivalent to, but they generally share the same PI, and so I'm going to base it on that. As I progress through the challenge, I may change my mind about using rank 2 4-stars, leveled up 5 stars at all to get to Maestro. Please comment below and tell me whether you think rank 2 4-stars or like the 5-star thing are too strong for Maestro or just strong enough. I will mention here that as I go through the challenge, you may notice that this rule specifically for Maestro might become irrelevant because maxed out 3 stars can take him out. It's just that simple. I don't have great access to 4 stars right now. So yeah. Anyway, when I defeat Maestro, I'll set my sights on Act 5, raise the rarity cap to rank 5 4-stars, aka 550 champions, and their rank 3 5-star equivalents. Which I feel like is a little bit less controversial than, you know, bringing like a rank 1 5-star to Maestro hypothetically would be. I feel like people back in the day were rocking like rank 3 5-stars to take the collector and stuff like that. Okay, so after I beat Ultron 5.4.6, I'll raise the cap to max out 5 stars in Act 6. The challenge ends when I defeat the Grandmaster at the end of Act 6. But what about 6 stars, you may be asking? Well, I'm banning them. No 6-star champions in this challenge. I can't use them for anything, and I won't even open 6-star basic or featured crystals until the challenge ends. If I pull a 6-star Kitty Pryde out of a Cavalier crystal, for example, that champion is unusable in this challenge, and slightly worse than a 3-star. Hashtag no 6-star still Grandmaster. If I can beat the Grandmaster and win the MCOC Rarity Locke, I'll open all of my 6-star champions to celebrate. So there will be like an epic crystal opening at the end. So, up until now, this video has been sped up footage with a voiceover on top. I've also cut out a whole lot. I presume that a lot of it's a little bit boring. If you've seen an account challenge, if you've done one yourself, new account challenge that is, then you kind of know what it's like to go through Act 1 and Act 2, like very beginning of the game. As you can see, here's my roster so far. While I'm switching out She-Hulk in this quest, I do end up relying a bit more heavily on She-Hulk throughout the challenge up to the point that I'm currently at. Not to give too much away, you know, too many spoilers or anything. I tend to really like She-Hulk on this account. But I just don't bring her here. So yeah, this is the quest where I fight Kang, Act 2, 1.6, whatever you call it. 2.1.6. Let's go ahead and just see it play out. So, the name Rarity Locke is sort of a reference to Pokemon Nuzlocke challenges. I found that I've spent a lot of my time on YouTube either watching or listening to someone's recounting of their Pokemon challenge. And so Locke, that's where that name comes from. Rarity, it's not a word that you hear a lot of people use in MCOC, but like a lot of people have heard about it, you know what it is. Rarity is like the word they use to talk about like star value, like this is a 3-star, this champion is like of the 4-star rarity, that kind of thing. So I just put Rarity Locke together. If you have a better name, please let me know. I think I've recorded maybe 5 or 6 videos worth of footage, and they're going to be stuck with this Rarity Locke name. But you know, later on maybe I'll change it up. Anyway, I started this challenge because I was starting to feel like 5 stars are being undervalued. Now, I watched a video from the YouTuber Profoff where he was discussing this forum post that someone had opened where a whole bunch of people were talking about how they had these like really juiced up like rank 4 6 stars such as Hercules, and were saying that that Act 6 was too hard for their rank 4 6 star champions. And in other places I've heard people talk about like how the value of 5 stars are going down, that the future of the game is 6 stars and we need to focus on 6 stars, no one invests in 5 stars. And I personally, like, I really like 5 stars, and I feel like they still have value. Like, once you're Thronebreaker level, I'm Thronebreaker on 2 accounts right now. Once you're Thronebreaker, it's a little bit easier to like really stack up 5-star signature stones, or like 5-star signature stone crystals. In the past, and even this year, I've used 5-star champions for Eternity of Pain. Like, if there's a specific champion that I think is just going to be like a great counter, I just bring them along and I use them. In the past, I don't do that. I don't do this these days. The whole arena system's different and all that. But in the past, I would grind for whatever, like the featured champ, the 5-star, however the old system worked. I grinded for 5-star Strife. I've grinded for like 5-star Luke Cage before. I also grinded for iBomb, Mortal Abomination, that is. I got him. He turned out to be really useful in several applications. Having a large variety of options to choose from, at least like based on the way I play, like to me personally, is just really important. And because 5 stars are easier to access, they're easier to dump 6 stones into. I happen to use them quite a lot. I happen to rank them up all the time. And that's just kind of the way I do it. So I kind of want to put to the test, like, can I go through Act 6 with just 5 stars, for example? Like, do I need the extra power level of 6 stars? Because, like, of course I rank up 6 stars. I got extremely lucky for, like, Eternity of Pain round 1, I guess you can call it. I went for the Cosmic Nexus, because I'm just like, why the heck not? Let's just go for it, see what happens. I pulled Hercules. Insanity. I got really lucky with that pull. And then I so happened on like another 6-star to just pull him again. It's just pure craziness. I don't remember if it was like a basic crystal or like a Grandmaster. I'll have to go through. Not a Grandmaster, a Cavalier crystal. I'm in new account mode. I'm in like a contender mode right now, talking about Grandmaster crystals. Anyway, so I was fortunate enough to get Hercules out of the Nexus, and then pull him again out of some random crystal, and then I, dumped my remaining Cosmic Stones in him. But, having done all that, he's only like Sig level 55. Which, honestly, Hercules is kind of broken without his Sig. He doesn't really need his Sig ability. So because he doesn't need his Sig ability, that's why he's an automatic rank 3 6-star champion for me. But not all champions are like that. Angela, for example, she's not shrugging those damage over time debuffs unless she's awakened, and she has some Sig Stones into her. Medusa, Nick Fury, others... They need to be awakened in order to really access like a ton of damage, as well as like some utility. More utility for like Nick's side. Medusa's, kind of basically a nuke. I mean, poison immunity, that's utility right there. So yeah, some champs need to be awakened, some champions need tons of SIGs. Some champions really don't need their SIG ability at all. But with 5 stars, I have the freedom of taking those champions that need like that high SIG ability, like Void, Aegon. That's a fantastic example of a champion that needs high SIG. Strife benefits from like a high signature ability. He doesn't necessarily need it. But when they're 5 stars, I have that freedom to just put the stones in them, not even worry about it. You just can't get that with 6 stars. Or at least I can't. So, aside from this desire to prove to other people and to myself that, 5 stars are still worth ranking up, they can still do things, Legacy did, like, a Path of Abyss with, like, all 5 stars, except for Heimdall. He doesn't count. He just happened to be a 6 star. So, aside from wanting to do that, I thought this was an original idea. I wanted to be the first to do it, kinda, but also I thought it would just be faster to, like, investigate what would happen on my own instead of, like, going to a subreddit and just being like, hey, what if we did this? I just do it myself. I'm not really a content creator. This content, I hope it's at least a little bit engaging. Oh, look at that. I just get hit in the face by Kang. I don't have the dexterity mastery right now. I don't have dexterity and it really hurts. It's like the worst. It's like one of the biggest struggles of new accounts, if you've ever done one. You probably know this, is just like getting the units to build your mastery. I basically have parry and that's it. Like they give parry to you now at the beginning. It didn't used to be this way. I had picked up this game in like the summer of 2016. But then in the summer of 2016, Pokemon Go also came out. So I promptly dropped MCOC and played that for a while. Just like literally everyone else. I came back to it sometime the year after, I want to say. But yeah, it seemed very repetitive. And then like one day I found a Seedon video, Seedon Man of Legends, and he explained how like parry works. And after that, the game is just way more fun. As soon as you can parry and you can dex, just a better game. Now, we're not going to see the whole Rarity Locke situation come into effect, at least in the beginning, which is a little bit disappointing, but the point of this experiment is to try, to just give it a shot to see what happens. And I imagine as I get access to 5 stars and 6 stars, that I start feeling what it's like to fight the collector with only, rank 4, rank 5 4 stars, maybe like 1 5-star, and all that. Fighting the Grandmaster with all 5 stars actually doesn't sound that difficult either. I'm realizing the weird thing about this Rarity Locke challenge is that if I want it to be challenging, then that would prove that 5 stars can't just do all content, or at least all the solo content in the game. Eternity of Pain, Act 7, what have you. But then, if it's not a challenge, then calling it a Rarity Locke challenge kind of diminishes, but also kind of proves my point about 5 stars. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. In the meantime, look at this. I'm a conqueror? Yeah, I'm a conqueror. Back in the day, the only title I knew about was Uncollected. Like, that's it. Cavalier didn't exist. The other milestones didn't give you titles. That I know of. I don't remember what the titles are. Yeah, so Uncollected is the only one I know. That's basically all I'm saying. Alright, so pretty soon, after this comic, it's gonna be time to open that 3-star Nexus. Very, very excited for it. Alright, so watch me as I look for the Nexus. Can't find it. I have a crystal stash of exactly 16. Oh, there it is. Found it. Okie dokie. Yeah. So, in the moment, this was a very hard decision for me to make. I was not going to pick Black Widow. She kind of requires aggressive AI to have fun with. And the early game AI is too passive. By the time you get to mid-game, you're not using 3 stars. Hawkeye, the power drain's nice. At the end of the day, I had to go with Symbiote Supreme. I need somebody to handle buffs. I got that 3-star Mordo right now, but he's not really an answer for getting rid of buffs, and sometimes you really just need him gone, And so yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.